Good evening. Today is Thursday, December 12th, 2024, and this is the monthly meeting of the ASCA Board of Directors. Present tonight are the Executive Secretary, Kalajaco, First Vice, Jerry Scheit, Second Vice, Donna Sims, Treasurer, Diana Williams, Secretary, Tanya Johnson, Directors, David Clayton, Jan Weeson, Ann McCabe, Jillian Ward, and myself, Susan Byrne. The first item on our agenda for this evening is the purchase, considering the purchase of the course designer for the agility in the business office. This has come to my attention, and the reviewers are not always receiving the same information that the affiliate clubs have submitted. And in order to alleviate this issue and to create some efficiencies, it has been considered and submitted for consideration the purchase of the CD4 program, which is the course designer for agility judges and reviewers for the business office, whereas all the information that comes in from the affiliate club that's sanctioning a trial will be able to be held on one document in the CD program. The cost of this application is $79.95 for one license. So does anybody have any questions or concerns about this? If not, I can make a motion. Okay, and just so everyone knows, the board voted 5 years ago, I believe, to purchase one license of at that time, it was the Clean Run Course Design 4 program for all agility reviewers. There are 4 that operate under CD4 and 2 that still prefer to operate under the previous version of CD3. So that option still is out there and available for all of our reviewers. So I move to purchase one license of the course designer for the agility coordinator in the business office at the current price of $79.95.
I second that, Ms. Jan.
Thank you, Jan. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on. Next item on the agenda is the 2024 November Treasurers Report. Diana.
Hello, everyone. It's not going to be a very exciting report. I apologize, but our bookkeeper is not ready for us, being a week early. So I pulled together the information I could pull together. I will get the reports sometime next week as normal, and I will put that paperwork together and put the report together and email it to everyone and put it on the drive. But in the meantime, I do have some updates on the account balances for you. The operating account has moved up to 126,246. It was 110,000 in October, so that's up a little bit. The savings is basically the same. It went up $1 for interest, so it's 49,456. Our AEMD total is 34,694. That comprises of our Chase account and our savings over at Vanguard, which is AEMD. I did that wrong last month. I didn't realize those two amounts had to be together. So that is, I'm going to start giving you a total. David, you have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. You popped up. The foundation account is $71,972. We do have a $1,500 donation coming into the foundation from someone from Denise Krillman. She took some product to the last show, so she has sold some Nationals merchandise that she's going to deposit that money into her Nationals account. But while there, she had a donation come in specifically earmarked for juniors. So that's going to be sent to Sarah direct, and Sarah knows it's coming in. And that will be used for juniors, not specifically junior nationals, just juniors in general. And then the 24 nationals account, we've had a few more checks clear, so it's down to $203,920. We still do not have the invoice from the facility. Denise has texted the gal over at the facility several times and just says she'll get to it, she'll get to it. So we don't have that bill yet. That's a pretty big sizable bill that's going to be coming in. The 25 nationals account has stayed the same. It's 2,000. It's not been touched yet, but I do believe Susan ordered checks for that account. So that should be coming in shortly. And then let's see, the Vanguard accounts, the main one is 101,523.11. So that's up from last month. You already know about the second account because that's AEMD. That's what I didn't realize last month, that account is specifically only AEMD. So that goes together with our Chase account for AEMD. That way it garners some interest and not just sitting there doing nothing. The total Vanguard accounts are up $1,732 since inception. So they're doing what they were made to do. They're earning an income, a small income, but they're earning an income, which is very helpful to us. One thing we do have, I talked to Sarah today. There's an extra $30,000 sitting in the foundation account. That's the, let me go back, Carol Hansen. I believe her name was Carol Hansen. That's the Carol Hansen amount that we talked about. Carolyn Hansen. Yeah, we talked about turning that into the Carolyn Hansen Canine Cancer Research Fund. It looks like, I went back today and read the emails. It looks like everyone agrees to that. I just need to give Sarah the okay to send that letter out tomorrow to let the family know that that's how the money is going to be renamed. Any questions on that, or everyone still agrees to that?
See that anyone has raised their hand for any questions, unless someone has changed their mind on
Yeah.
renaming that. You guys need to go ahead and let us know now, or as Diana said, we'll go ahead and make sure that that letter is sent to the family as soon as possible.
Yeah, we want to send it out tomorrow and get this off the plate because that's just hanging out there. I saw that today and I had actually forgotten about it. I had to re-research it and then I figured out what it was. Last month on the recording, I was told today that I inadvertently, the third Vanguard account has $22.23 in it. Apparently on the recording last month, I said 2,215. So I said it wrong, but it's $22.23. That's just the extra account when dividends are put in, and when it gets to a larger amount, the dividends will get moved around, but that's just a what I call a miscellaneous spare account. There's really nothing else to report because I don't have the reports. I did go into Quicken today to see if I could earmark the amount of AEMD for November, and it's not posted that way yet. And so he did say he would work on it this weekend and get it to me early next week. So I'm hoping all of his transactions are closed out for November early next week, and I will work hard to get those reports to everyone as soon as possible. And then you can just individually ask me or text me any questions you have. And that's all I have for this month.
Great. Thanks, Diana. And since we really don't have any formal reports, we'll go ahead and dispense with moving to accept the treasurer's given. Those will be forthcoming. for
Yeah.
all of us. So thank you so much. All right, the next item on the agenda is the System Liaisons Report. Jillian?
So the Monday's committee meeting was moved to next week. One of the committee members was on vacation, so I don't have a lot to report with the exception of I will read what was sent over to me by the committee chair just during our meeting here. The recent committee accomplishments discuss the feasibility and timeline for processing rate increases, the proposed rate increases that just went out to the membership for review. She reports they should be pretty easy to do as all the fees are stored in one spot, which is good planning on their part. They need to be done on the back end right now, but we discussed adding functionality to the portal for the business office to be able to make these changes going forward. The work that's currently in progress, they've identified a potential second developer who has some ASCA portal experience, who may be able to augment the work of the existing programmer and provide some additional hours. She's US based, so the hours will be a little bit better overlap than what we have right now in terms of the time difference. So it'll coincide better with our schedule in the business office. In the meantime, our programmer is moving forward with a lot of projects. Let's see, they were able to build a punch list of items that will allow us to retire the legacy ADMS and Frog Slayer environments, which are still up and running right now. Getting rid of these systems should permit us to end our AWS subscription. The current portal runs in Azure. They're still looking for some more information from myself and another director here regarding the merchant fees and how we might better that. A lot of this is from the last meeting. Some new items for backlog. I think I shared with the board that the AUCH points are able to be calculated now properly. It says designation of AUCH O points. Incorrect primary owner is being identified on the individual dog registration. Research active reports functionality for future report fixes. ADMS retirement punch list, retirement of Frog Slayer punch list. Migrate some of the reports. I can't say this person's name on open session, but they're going to migrate some reports into active reports, create new super admin roles, and so on. So these folks are busy on a regular basis. There's other things, as you know, that the board met with an individual who is promoting a potential add-in to our existing agility program. And so there was that discussion that was had. And they continue to support all of the affinity marketing partnership rollouts that are becoming very active. We're getting more and more activity there and more offerings for the membership. And that's all I have.
That's quite a bit. Thank you so much, Jillian. And please express our gratitude to that committee and also to the developer for the steps that are being made progressing wise. Okie doke. So that brings us to our last item on the agenda for this evening, and that would be ratifying last month's email business.
This is Jerry. I'll make a motion to ratify last month's email business.
Thank you, Jerry.
This is Jan. I'll second it.
Thank you, Jan. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of ratifying the business that was conducted via email for the month of November?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Okay, this would be a good time to remind the membership that the board will be on break from December 20th until January 2nd. It's a traditional break that we observe every year. This is also a great opportunity that I want to take to say thank you so much to each of these directors for the time that you have committed to this organization. And thank you for all the work that you do. And I want to wish everyone listening a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. And unless anyone has anything else, I'd like to call for a motion to adjourn.
This is
I move
Diana.
to
I
adjourn.
make. Go ahead.
I heard Diana.
Okay, well, someone else was trying to. So anyway, this is Diana. I make a motion that we adjourn our meeting.
I'll second.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you guys so very much. Please have a safe and wonderful holiday season. And anything that we need to take care of over the next week, we will make sure we get it done. Thanks again. Have a great evening.
Thank
Merry
you. Good night,
Christmas.
everyone.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Happy holidays.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye. Happy